Morning students, welcome to your computer class. Students, this week we will be revising our chapters which we have completed. So we'll be revising 4 chapters this week, and we are going to start with our chapter 1, which is number system, which we studied a few months back. So let's start with a revision. First thing we are going to talk about is the number system. So you know that the all the special characters, numbers, and capital A to Z and small a to Z, when they combine together with special characters, are called as the number system. Now, if you remember, we spoke about 4 number systems, which was binary number system, decimal number system, octal number system, and hexadecimal number system. So, we also learned about, you can see the picture, can you identify this person? Yes, this person is Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, and if you remember, we spoke about him as a German mathematician who is credited for the invention of binary number system. So let's start with binary number system, and we are going to talk about zeros and one. And when we are talking about zero, and if we don't talk about this person, then it would be unfair. So can you recognize this person? If your answer is it's Aryabhatta, then your answer is correct. He was the great mathematician as well as an astronomer. Now, binary number system combines of zeros and one, and if you remember, I spoke about the binary digits, right? So binary digits are also called as bits, and it has got the base 2. So we also discussed about the base of the number, which is written as subscript. So this is a binary number system. Next we are going to learn about is the decimal number system. Decimal number system comprises of number from 0 to 9. Deca means 10, bi means 2. So here deca, we have 10 digits, and hence the base of it is also 10. Next we are going to learn about conversion of decimal number system into binary number system. Now, if you want to convert decimal into binary, then what you have to do? First thing you have to do, if you remember, was to divide the decimal number by 2. We'll write the remainder on the right hand side and divide the quotient again by 2, and we will repeat the steps. We will continue to repeat the steps till the solution is 0 or the remainder is 0. Next is conversion of binary into decimal number system. So here we multiply each binary with its positional value, right, by the power of 2. So starting from the extreme right digit. So whatever the number is at the right, we are going to multiply that, and every time we do that, we will increase the power 1 by 1 of 2. So now when you get the sum of all the products, then you will find the answer of conversion of binary into decimal number system. Next is octal number system. Octal number system consists of 8 digits. Octa means 8, so it will be 0 to 7, and here the base would be 8. Now how would we convert the decimal to octal number system? There are 3 steps. Again, we will divide the decimal number by 8. We'll write the remainder on the right side and divide the quotient again by 8. We'll keep repeating this step till the quotient is 0. Next is hexadecimal number system. In hexadecimal number system, it consists of 16 digits, that is 0 to 9 and A to F. Now this system has got 16 digits where every digit stands for some code. Like for example, A stands for 10, B for 11, C for 12, E for 14, and F for 15. Now some examples, if you remember, we discussed about was the anything to the power of 16. So A, C, D to the power of 16, or 9, 8, 6 to the base of 16. Not the power of, but to the base of. Next thing is conversion of decimal into binary number system. Again, we have 3 steps here, which is divide the decimal number by 16. We'll write the remainder on the right hand side and again divide the quotient, and we will keep repeating the steps till the quotient is 0. Same steps, there is no difference. Both conversion of decimal to octal and conversion of decimal to hexa is same. You will see mostly all of these are same. There is no difference between them. The steps are almost the same. Next comes is the conversion of hexadecimal, octal to decimal. We missed out on that. Again, we'll multiply each number with its positional value, which will be starting from the extreme right side. We'll increase the power 8 by 1 by 1 and sum up all the product of the decimal number. Next comes is the conversion of hexadecimal number system. So we will multiply each number with its positional value from the extreme right side. We'll increase the power by 16 1 by 1 until we sum up all these products. Next comes is the computer arithmetic. Now in computer arithmetic we are going to learn about binary addition, binary subtraction and binary multiplication. If you remember the table, here we are talking about 0 plus 0 is 0. So there is nothing left, so there is nothing to carry. So it will be 0. Similarly, 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 10. So there was a confusion last time. Let me clear it out once again. 1 plus 1 is 10, but we are carrying 1, so hence the one which is left is 0. So we are taking 0 as the sum and we are carrying 1. So sometimes you will find in some it is mentioned as 0 and sometimes you will find it is mentioned as 10, but 1 plus 1 is always 10. Next comes is the binary subtraction. In binary subtraction, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, and again 0 plus 1 is 0 minus 1, I'm sorry, we are doing subtraction, so it will be 0 minus 1 is 0, and hence we will carry 1 here, right? So 10 minus 1 is equal to 1 with borrow taken from the next place. Next comes is the binary multiplication. These are the rules. 1 0 into 0 is 0, 0 into 1 is 0, 1 into 0 is 0, and 1 into 1 is equal to 1. So there is nothing to carry here, hence we are not discussing about carrying the number. So students, this brings us to the end of the class. Now there are two questions which you have to do, which is who invented the binary number system. You have to write the name of that person, and you will be explaining the computer arithmetic. What does computer arithmetic mean, or you can explain computer arithmetic here. So minimum you can answer it in 2 points. That should be enough to wind up the answer. Students, just in case if you have any doubt related to today's revision, you can reach me through the comment section and I will be happy to answer your question. Now these two questions you will do it in your computer notebook. You will mention it as revision chapter 1, the name of the chapter, date, and you can answer both the questions there. So students, thank you for your time and have a wonderful day ahead.